Welcome back to another daily crypto market update. Bitcoin closed up green yesterday, up just 1.21%, but that's kind of a normal day for BTC. These big closes of 6%, these closes of 6%, abnormal. So this is still looking relatively good. We still have these TBO breakouts right here. I'm patiently waiting. I also know that while I would love to see them result in a breakout right now today, it's also normal to have a couple of days of nothing, even a couple of days of drawdown before it actually pumps. Even after this third one back here in November 6th, we saw 1, 2, 3 days of nothing until finally pop, and it shot up another 30% before we knew it. Same thing goes back here. Going back over here to February 2024, we saw a lot of sideways nothing, 11 days of nothing until it pumped higher. Going back over here, we see the first one, nothing happens for 7 days. Over here, nothing happens for 5 days until finally we get some activity. But the main thing is that this is giving me the bullish confirmation that I need to be pretty excited about what is going to be happening next. Now, I already made a video talking about this on the Coin Bureau Trading channel yesterday, so I'm not going to get into the details. You can watch that video if you want to. But the main thing you need to know is that when we use the TBO, which is the trending breakout indicator for our longs, for all that stuff, sometimes it's going to open up positions at weird spots, places where I normally wouldn't be opening up a trade. And that's exactly what happened over here on Altrady. I'm using the TBO for Bitcoin to automate entries and exits. So I had an automated entry way back over here at 82K, and it had a really nice move up. I took partial profits here at 13%. It closed the position here at 14%. It moved up higher, and it actually opened up another one right here at about $105,000. So it's only up about 1.3% or so. So it's nice to have another position automatically open, but it's like, really? Right here? But you know what? Time will tell. Time will tell. And I do expect the price of Bitcoin to move up higher. So maybe we'll see, but it's I normally wouldn't I wouldn't open up a position right here at resistance and all this stuff, even with the breakouts. I want to wait till the breakout actually happens, but we'll see. Now, an obvious side effect. Oh, wait, no, I wanted to show you something over here too. Volume continues to outperform the moving average. Actually, this is the best that volume has looked in quite a while. We have 3 days outperforming the volume, kind of like this back over here in late April. I really hope that we get our pump today so that way volume really shoots up higher. But I am seeing that, strength is here to stay. RSI continues to pump above 70. This tells me that we should see bullish continuation for BTC. Now, speaking of bullish continuation for BTC, that should have a positive correlation to Bitcoin dominance in that it's growing. Yesterday, it moved up 0.34%. It is now above the daily TBO cloud, which is essentially the same thing as being above a moving average, same thing as being above the Ichimoku cloud. So this is a strong bullish sign. I really don't want this to happen because I know from experience that when Bitcoin dominance pumps, alts will dump inversely. They'll dump a lot harder. So what I really want to see, obviously, is Bitcoin dominance fall. But if we know that Bitcoin is poised to break out and to head up to some crazy high levels, even a move up, 40% or something like that is our range. We're going to see Bitcoin dominance explode. Now, we do have resistance on Bitcoin dominance over here at 71%. This is this long historical line here. To be honest, from the current price, it's not up that much more, or the current percentage. It's an increase still of 10%. That will be 11%. That would be so painful, just so you know. I don't want that to happen, but I would much rather Bitcoin continue to move up higher. If that means Bitcoin dominance follows, so be it. Now, I have a lot of charts to share here. I want to share a couple of these real quick, just give you some updates. And then there's a little bit of a theme happening with these lower tokens down here. So let me start first with AAVE. So AAVE continues to push up higher and higher. Actually, yesterday was its best volume day that AAVE has seen since, I think, this dump that we saw on March 4th, which is insane. So this is really amazing. This is a sign of strength. Look at on-balance volume just moving up higher. Actually, it's making a new high, which is incredible. Even though the price isn't there yet, it's only retraced up above the 618. I still think that AAVE can move up higher. It will take some time. We're not seeing any new breakouts. The old breakouts are from over here in late April, or April 23rd to be exact. It's up about 55% from there. on the daily time frame, it's looking amazing. And note what gave us, look at this, TBO open long right here when the price was at $176. So it's up 46% from there. It's amazing. So I do expect AAVE to slowly make its way up to the 786. It's doing a great job. And now that it's above the daily TBO cloud, this is strong bullish, just like Bitcoin dominance is strong bullish. Trump had a surprise pump up 12%. I don't know if this has anything to do with politics or anything like that happening right now. I honestly can't see any news, and that tells me that this is probably just pure manipulation. There's short-term resistance right here at 14,877 at this TBO resistance line right here. It moved up slightly to 15.24. I think that's reasonable, but again, now that the price is above the cloud, we should see Trump go up higher. On the 4-hour time frame, we don't have any new breakouts or anything like that. We have a closed short, but it's massively high above our support line, which I really don't like. I don't like to see that whatsoever. So we'll probably see Trump fade back down here. But if Bitcoin starts really pumping, we will see alts follow. I don't know about like following to the exact amount, but Trump will benefit, just like AAVE and Grass will benefit from when we start seeing Bitcoin pump higher. Grass is a coin we've been watching for weeks, especially looking at all of these 8 previous TBO closed shorts, which is ridiculous. We finally saw a pump on the 13th of May, at 8 days ago, up about 50%. It retraced some, but it's just been great for trading. A chart like this that's whipping so much is excellent for trading. I actually want to zoom in to the 30-minute time frame. Look at all this fantastic trading. So when we see charts that are whipping like this a lot, this is like a 9% move, and again, an 8% move. We have another 7% move. Like this is great. And look at how it's respecting this support line right here. I will say though that the 30-minute time frame is extremely weak compared to the daily time frame. So when we're trading on the 30-minute time frame, we want to have confirmation first that the price is above the daily TBO cloud, which it is, which tells us that it's strong bullish, which gives me confidence to trade on faster time frames. Now, I know we are seeing TBO breakouts here in the 30-minute time frame. We could see Grass shoot up higher, but to be honest, I think this is a better chart to use a DCA strategy and to aim for an entry probably here about $1.88 or so, and just trade the range. It might take some time for it to do a fat finger dip down, but a chart like this that's moving up higher, gradually and gradually higher, is a good sign of strength. So it's an exciting chart. Plus we have charts like JTO or GTO. This one confirmed a TBO open long on Monday. Yesterday it had a decent close up 3%, which is normal. Again, just because we get an open long does not mean we pump. Same thing with the TBO breakout does not mean we pump right away. But this is a sign of bullish confirmation. Plus we already had our TBO close short way back over here, which is perfectly fine, just 5% above this nice long TBO support line. So now that the price has retraced back into the TBO fast line, like that TBO springboard bounce strategy I shared in this past weekend's video, which I'll make sure to link at the end of this one. This is our great entry right here. This is our entry strategy, and it's up 6% from there. Plus we got bullish confirmation. On the 4-hour, it's doing a lot of whippiness, which means it might be fun for a DCA bot instead of manually trading a chart like this. So I talk a lot about the TBO. The TBO stands for the Trending Breakout Indicator. This is available through access to the Better Traders Club and also through taking one of our courses, 15 Minutes to Financial Freedom, Mastering Passive Income, The Smarter Trader. Plus, we have a new course over here at masteringassets.com, which is a course that we created in partnership with Kitco Media. So this is a great entry-level course. If you've never really understood the basics, the fundamentals of cryptocurrency, this is the course for you. If you want the TBO, you have to join the club. You want to scroll all the way down here to the different tiers that we have. The TBO is included with the trader tier. TBT Divergence is in the pro tier. All the fun stuff is there. It's all linked down below. Let's keep pushing forward. Now, these next charts, these little blue tags right here, same thing as Bitcoin. These have TBO breakouts. Again, it's the Trending Breakout Indicator. The BO stands for breakout. Now, XMR had an initial breakout way back over here on 28th of April, where it had a massive pump up 40%. This is actually because of not such a great reason, to be honest. because hackers had stolen Bitcoin, moved it over to Monero, pumped the price up of Monero to buy it, to swap it, or do all this stuff or whatever. I don't know. So it's seen a really big pump. We have two more breakouts right here. We're not seeing the price immediately pump up higher. It's only 5% higher. But to be honest, all four of these lines at the TBO cloud are pointing up, and they have been. The price remains strong bullish above the cloud. So even though Monero XMR is not shooting up like massively and going crazy, I still think that this one's actually going to shoot up higher. And what's crazier is that on the weekly time frame, it looks even better. On the weekly time frame, we had a breakout way back over here in February, and now we got another breakout here on the week of the 28th, and again on the week of the 5th of May. And all four lines are independently pointing up. I think that XMR could actually go a lot higher. How high? Well, this is where we start talking about price exploration. We'd want to zoom out, and I'd have to really spend a little bit more time than just kind of doing a quick little measurement like this, but it has the potential to pump up a pretty decent amount higher. Because XMR is kind of an OG coin, going back all the way over here to like 2014, yes, it's had an incredible move up 120,000% in a bull rally that was continuous and just going crazy. Look at this, by the way. TBO breakout right there. Even though the price had drawdown of 65%, it still ended up moving up 3,000%. Look, and over here, TBO breakouts on the weekly, we saw the price increase about 300%. So using that same idea for the current price, I mean, I think it's reasonable to see XMR move up here to about $1,000. Moving up to 2,800 would be a stretch, but I think a good short-term target is right around $1,000 for the price, which is an increase over 100%, about 170% or so. Maker, this one on the daily time frame, this is one I'm still waiting on to actually show itself to be accurate. We have TBO breakout, almost a perfect 3-in-a-row cluster. The lines are all independent. They're not all moving up. The price is still kind of touching into the cloud like this. And whenever this happens, this is actually a sign of weakness. It's not great. I really want to see the price remain above the cloud, not dipping inside, because when it does, that tells me that we're more likely to fall inside. But looking at this, I'm expecting Maker to actually pump a lot. We've seen Maker do some pretty crazy moves in the past. And again, I'm dating myself, but like way back over here, we saw Maker dip down as low as 620 and run all the way up here to 4,000 for a 500% move, which is amazing. So we could see Maker easily retrace back up to the 1, maybe even going up to the 1,272. PENDLE, this one actually confirmed a TBO breakout on yesterday's close, which is exciting. It closed up just under 6%. Now, not all four lines of the TBO are independently pointing up, but we have 3 of the 4 moving up. We have the fast, medium, slow on the bottom, but the slow line is still angling downward. But given the fact that the price is shooting up a lot, I expect the slow line to curl up to confirm that we have a strong bullish uptrend. But to be honest, I mean, look at the price. Look at RSI just hugging above 70. It's showing us that it's super strong. Look at on-balance volume just moving up higher and higher. Volume is also looking really good as well. So I think that PENDLE will be able to push up easily to TBO resistance here. It's just a 50% move to about 6.746. That's this red line right here. And the longer the lines are, the stronger they are. Point in case right here. So we have a long historical line right here, completely called the top. We have another long historical line that lasted for 127 days. When we saw the price pump up here in December, guess where it topped out? At TBO resistance. Now, if we get a continued bullish move for BTC going up 40%, then I think seeing PENDLE shoot up another 55%, that's easy. That's cake right there. We could see it go up higher, but I think it's a good short-term target. Now, these other coins, all right here, I actually want to go to the 4-hour time frame because we're going to be talking about TBT Divergence. We talked about this, I think, in yesterday's video, and it's these little triangles right here. TBT Divergence is a pro tier indicator that's available with the Better Traders Club subscription. This is actually the indicator I use for our free TBT signals, and I give the configurations and the settings for these signals, but this is just the standard settings. But the main thing that I have that's different here for this is that I have this option here for a cluster. Now, the cluster is what's really exciting and really interesting. And to be honest, Pi, I'm still waiting on this one to shoot up. Remember, I have a short-term target here at about the 382, about 86 cents. But all of these other coins right here, Mantle, Pole, which used to be Matic, S, which used to be Phantom, Fetch AI, Stacks, Tell, Kava, Arrow, Trust Wallet, AXL, Mina, AIOZ. I'm just blowing through all of these because they all have the same. They all have what I call a cluster. And these clusters are what makes this really, really fun. Now, if I remove this cluster gap checkbox, it just turns into a regular one. So what's the difference? Well, the cluster means if we have more than 3 of these happening within 6 candles, and that definitely is happening here. And what's the benefit of this? The reason why I love these clusters is because typically we see extremely bullish outcome every time that I see a cluster like this. Now, we want to pay attention to the direction of the slow line. That will help us, but given the fact that I do expect BTC to pump big time, then I do expect charts like charts like Fetch AI that have already been bullish. See, like back over here, we have another cluster, even though the price is going down, even though it went against us 22%, look at the outcome. So I'm looking at this as like, ooh, yes, these are really, really exciting. Telcoin has actually 2 clusters. Kava, Arrow, and did you see that also? By the way, Kava has some TBO close shorts, which means that we have a better chance of actually moving up to about the 50-cent mark there. Arrow. So again, these are really exciting symbols that should result in a bullish burst of energy to the upside. And the way to get access to those, again, is through your subscription to the Better Traders Club to the Pro tier. Now, again, I am watching this trade on, on Altrady, this one that is automated. Again, I did not open up this trade. I would never have opened up this trade, but this is the beauty of trend trading. And because we have this expectation of a bullish breakout over here for Bitcoin on the daily time frame with our TBO breakout cluster, I am expecting Bitcoin to go up 40%. So the TBO is going, okay, green light, let's go. We'll see how this actually plays out. I'm going to keep you updated for better or for worse. I do think it will end up positively, and I think it'll actually surprise me, which is the best kind of trades, right? So I want to make sure that you watch this video next that talks about this TBO springboard technique. You don't need the TBO necessarily, but all it is essentially prices that are already pumping going up and to the right. This is when the price comes back down to the moving average and bounces off of it. The TBO just happens to work so well for this strategy. So watch this video and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. So until the next time, you know what to do. Stay awesome and stay in the green. Peace.